Das heutige Video beginnt mit einer Hydrationstabelle. Hast du genug Wasser getrunken? Versuche mindestens 10 Mal am Tag durchsichtigen Urin zu haben. Ernähre dich hauptsächlich von Obst und Gemüse. Trinke 1 Liter Wasser vor jeder Mahlzeit. Vielen Dank.
Alright, so today's question is how to get over someone I love dearly. Not because of anything bad they've done, only because they don't want to be in a relationship with me. I'll say that again. This is a question, by the way, from the Durianrider.com coaching group. Fantastic question. So how to get over someone I love dearly. Not because of anything bad they've done, only because they don't want to be in a relationship with me. We've been close friends for 3 years, as in almost like partners close. Spoke every day, hung out every weekend, but doesn't want to be with me. Now, I'm not sure if that means doesn't want to be with me sexually, doesn't want to be with me full time, like exclusive monogamy. Right? There's a bit of I'm guessing here what this person means. We'll deep dive into it with them, but right now let's just make some assumptions, because let's cover all the bases. So they might not be into us sexually, right? They love our personality, but we're not their type, or they don't have the libido or hormones or sexual experience, sexual confidence that we do. So they don't meet our needs sexually like we would like them to be met. And that's okay. That's okay. You know, that sexual side relationship may develop never. It may develop next week. It may develop in a few years' time. All right. It's okay. Like, things in life happen. Everything happens for a reason. All right. Everything happens for a reason, to teach us lessons. There's so many lessons in life to live. There's lessons of rejection. There's lessons of acceptance. There's lessons of like how people have different interpretations of the same event. You know, we all have different assumptions, different beliefs, different expectations. It's okay. People, we all do this. You know, we all do this. I did this when I was 14, and I had a female friend invite me over to her place. You know, her parents' place, and we hanged out, and I was like, oh wow, she really likes me. She likes me as a friend, right? And that's it, and that's fine, you know. That I had to do my apprenticeship with women, all right? Starting when I was 14, I had to do my apprenticeship, and I had, you know, a lot of female friends when I was 14 and to 18 and all that, until I was a virgin. I was still at 21, so I had, you know, all these heaps of female friends. So most of them, a lot of them were very, what society would call, you know, very, very attractive. And they chose me. I didn't choose them. They chose me as a little orbiting beta boy. It's a little bit of male companionship with no threat, and that's fine. You know, every guy's got to do his apprenticeship. Yeah, every woman's got to do her apprenticeship. Whatever gender they're into, we have to do our apprenticeship. So then we can, one day when we meet someone where we're both really clicking, we can give fully to that relationship. And that relationship might be for a one night, it might be for a 1 decade, it might be for the rest of our lives. Who knows? Things change. It's okay. Okay, we just have to accept in life nothing's guaranteed. You know, any of us could be dead today. Like, you know, like we live in the past so much, but we realize that we forget that this could be the last moment ever. Yeah, the future's not guaranteed. We assume the future's guaranteed. Well, I'm going to save this, I'm going to buy a house, I'm going to go to university, I'm going to get this person, I'm going to blah, 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 blah. But you could be dead today from a stroke. You could walk out to check your letterbox and get hit by a drunk driver. Right? You could get electrocuted. Like, anything can happen. You could just, you know, you could just get diagnosed with a terminal cancer that's growing so rapidly it's going to cut off your aorta, and you're dead in 2 weeks. Nothing that can be done. You know, like, it's just, we got to live, man. We got to live like we understand that reality, that we're not here forever. We don't know how long we're here for. Nobody knows how long you have left. Nobody. The richest financial person in the world doesn't know that. The smartest scientist in the world doesn't know that. No one knows it. Enjoy life while you got it. Let's get back to the question. How to get over someone, right? How to get over someone is to accept their choices, right? And accept where we're at. Accept that they don't have the same attraction that we have for them. They might not have the same hormone levels or the same lifestyle. Maybe they got kids and they're just like go, go, go. Maybe they don't have kids and they got this parental expectation pressure they're trying to meet. So they're at uni and they're working a job and they're doing this. They're trying to be an entrepreneur and they're just trying to be fit and all this blah, blah, blah. This plate is stacked full of stuff to do. The to-do list is strong, is big, and our to-do list is minimal. So then we have all this energy and focus and time, and we're like, well, they're not giving it back to us. So it's not always about us. Maybe they want to give it to us, but they're scared of doing that because they're like, well, the last time I gave everything to someone, they just, they treated me like a piece of shit, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that hurt again. So I'm just going to focus on my career and my blah, 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 my fitness or my asset. I'm just going to focus on me. And that's okay, but that's what empathy is. Empathy is understanding why someone does something. Right? Let's say you get on a phone call with someone, you're reporting and you're doing an insurance claim. The flood came and flooded your basement, and you ring up the insurance company and say, yeah, I've got to replace all this white goods. My fridge is dead, blah, blah, blah. And you get someone on the end who's really rude and short, and you're thinking, man, this person sucks. But maybe that person has got irritable bowel. Maybe they just shit their pants, right? And they're wearing a nappy. And they're like, I shut my pants again, damn. And they're stinking up the office. Maybe their kids gave them shit that morning. Maybe they doing a keto diet and they got no glycogen really left in their system, so their cortisol's really high, their serotonin's really low, and they feel like ending it all. Right? Have some empathy. Right? We're so quick to judge, and that's okay. But if we're feeling angry or rejected or whatever over someone else's reality, then that's when we suffer. All right, we suffer. Right? We make assumptions. Oh, that person did that because blah 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 blah. But it's not always the case, man. It's often not the case at all. It's not the case at all. People think, oh, Durianrider, you're this asshole, blah blah blah, because they watch one video, they watch some troll video or whatever, and that's okay. And but that makes an assumption, and then they make me real life. I'm like, dude, mate, you are like. You're like a savior to me, man. You're like a big brother. You're like a dad. You're like a god to me, bro. Like, you helped me so much. Damn. So let's be careful with the assumptions we have. Let's be careful with the assumptions we have. How to get over someone, just accept it. Just accept it. Oh, dude, that's so easy. Yeah, it is easy, man. Life's easy if we want it to be. All right? The thing is, people, especially women and feminine men, they love drama. Right? They want to feel hurt. And that's okay. All right? That's okay as well. I understand some people they have to have drama. Like, you see the people who create drama with me, the gay guys in the closet still, and they just, like, they're like a lover scorned. And that's okay. Like, I don't have any hate for them, man. I take it as a compliment. These guys are gay or living in the closet and then they make these blogs about me, they do documentaries about me, they just like, they're like, Durianrider rejected me, he said something mean about me, fuck him, and they're just like a lover scorned. And I treat these people wrong at the start, and I apologise. I apologise to every single one of those gay guys out there who, has a infatuation with me or really looked up to me or whatever. I apologise to all of you guys out there that, I maybe said something, triggered or whatever, and you felt hurt, and I apologise. It wasn't to hurt you, though, guys. It wasn't to hurt you, It's just me being me. Don't take it personal. And same with women out there. Like, you see some women out there who had a mad crush on me, and maybe we hooked up for a weekend or didn't at all or whatever, and they just, they lose it, They feel rejected by me. But it's not about them, it's more about me, just wasn't compatible or whatever, And that doesn't make anyone bad. Like, if I don't want to be with someone, or someone doesn't want to make me, or someone doesn't want to be with me, it doesn't make them bad or me bad. It's just not the fit in that moment. Maybe it might be in the future. Maybe never will be. Okay, and that's okay, right? That's okay. We just have to accept that. The thing is as well is, like, often us humans, we're very hypocritical. Like, we'll be like, oh my God, I got rejected, I want to end my life, or I hate that person. But then we reject people all the time. Someone comes up, hey, do you want to go out on a date? Oh, no way. Yeah, we might say in our head or whatever, I don't say that, but some people are like, oh, I'm not going out with you. You're old, or you're young, or you're fat, or you're skinny, or you're bald, or your hair's too good, or blah, 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 whatever. we all have our standards, right? So then often when we're rejecting other people and doing it quite harshly, even harshly on our head, we're laughing at them, but then someone does that to us and we absolutely collapse, all right? So I get invites all the time or propositions. I don't go, oof, as if, mate, I just go, okay, cool, thanks, I'm in a relationship, blah, blah, it's all good, or blah, 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 depends where I'm in my life or what year it was or whatever. I might say I'm not related to a relationship or not, you want more than what I can give, blah, blah, blah. So it's just understanding that, man. Like, I meet people all the time. It's that delusion, especially women, and feminine men who will go, well, this person rejected me, fuck them. And it's like, but you reject people all the time, and that's okay. So don't be double standard. Don't be a hypocrite, people. We suffer the most when we are hypocritical. When we treat people how we don't want to be treated. That's when we're being hypocritical. Or we're reacting in a way that we wouldn't want other people to react. Then we're being hypocritical, okay? We're being hypocritical. Like, I'll make critique videos about people on the internet, about their nutrition or whatever, and people are welcome to do the same to me, all right? I'll do a live debate with anyone, all right? Anyone out there who says, Durianrider, you're a fuckwit, okay, let's jump on my podcast, man. Let's do a live debate, all right? Let's do a live debate. I'm cool with that, And it won't become from a place of hate, it become from a place of debate. I don't hate, I debate. Now, these people out there, they'll do blogs about me or videos or whatever, but they would never do a live debate with me. Never, ever. All right? They never do that, And that's why they suffer, because they treat me how they wouldn't want to be treated. Or whatever. And that's okay, But you're going to live in pain. You're going to live in pain. I should say it's okay they do that. To me, it's okay they do that. But to them, it's not going to be okay, because if we're living in that double standard life, that's why I live such a lazy life, because I'm always aware, Harley, are you being a fucking hypocrite right now? Are you being a double standard beta bitch? I'll ask myself that question. It's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, all right? I'll ask myself, are you being a hypocrite, man? Come on, dude. Or did you do that? Did you do that to someone back in the day? All right, now's your karma. There's broilers here, little pussycat. Did you hear the broiler just chirping in the microphone? So it's just, we got to understand that. That we have to accept people's choices, and because we make choices about others as well. It's okay. It's okay, people. Right? That's when we become adults. The difference between a child and an adult emotionally is having control of our emotions, emotional maturity. We get an answer we don't like, and we don't sit there and cry and break down and smash windows or have a hissy fit or start hitting people or slapping people or making a blog about them. We accept their choices, we listen and we understand. Okay, well, I say things about that to other people, so okay, people do that to me. I reject people. I don't want to go out on a date or to go to the prom with everyone, so not everyone's going to go to the prom with me. We have to accept it. We have to accept it if we want a good quality of life. I'm repeating myself, but that's what it is. It's repetition. The fundamentals I repeat all the time. Repetition is the mother of skill. Same with becoming a good cyclist or a good pianist. Repetition in the right direction creates skills that are impressive. Okay, the reason I could jump on my bike right now in this rainstorm and ride across Australia is because I've done the work. The reason I have an audience of more than one person is I've done the work. I've put the time in to put in the content and creating it. Okay, there's a lot of competition out there. There's so much competition out there now on YouTube and podcasts. Like 10 years ago, I was pretty much the only guy on YouTube doing vegan and cycling stuff, and/or cycling stuff. Now there's hundreds of people doing stuff, and they're doing incredible edits, and the competition's strong, and I accept that. I've built that community. I wanted competition. Not even competition, but I wanted more people to be out there to reach the masses, because not everybody likes my style. Some people can't even understand what I'm fucking saying. So I wanted to grow the vegan community, the cycling community, and I've done that. I helped out so many channels, GCN. I watched this video the other day I did, just how many channels I've helped from the get-go. They were inspired. and that's great. Because I liked it when people helped me. Right? People helped me in life. People gave me some shoes, or they gave me a place to stay, or they gave me some guidance, or they gave me cheap rent, or they hooked me up with their sister's friend, or they just gave me a push, a little handshake, a little handout. Get me on my feet, get me going. Just a little push. Even just like when you're at the gym when you're doing a bench press, even just a finger on the bar can be enough, right? So people have given me a lot of fingers on the bar, okay? Some people gave me a lot of middle fingers, and that's okay, And that's what I do. I give people fingers on the bar. I love doing it, man. I love helping people help themselves. So a lot of people don't want to do that because I help someone out and they fuck me over. People fuck me over all the time, man, Like I'm better with who I give my time to these days, but, that doesn't change me as a person. All the people who mistook kindness for weakness aren't going to make me become a bitter person. Like, I still help scorpions across the road. I just do it in a way I don't get stung anymore. I enjoy helping people help themselves, making the community better, okay? Like, don't let some bad apples or some people going through mental health issues or drug issues or eating disorder issues. That's what bad apples are. Bad apples are people with eating disorders, drug issues, serotonin issues, all right? Or they've got a damaged past and they haven't really put the work into to repair themselves and fix themselves up yet. So when you're dealing with people like that, you have to understand that you're dealing with scorpions. You're dealing with people who mistake kindness for weakness, okay? Don't let that change you. Like, that's, I did for a little bit there. A few months, I was a bit like, fuck people. And I was just saying, this doesn't feel good. Like, I'm here to give. I'm here to help. I'm here to coach. I'm here to lead. I'm here to be a leader. Why would I let a few people with serotonin issues stop me from living my life purpose? That's dumb. And so that had to happen for me to understand that. Okay, everything that happens in life happens for us to learn from, to grow from, to become a better person. If we don't have growth in life, if we feel stagnant, right? You want to have growth, right? You want to have growth. I love having growth, emotional growth. Muscle growth's cool, but emotional growth's the main one. Because you can have all the muscle in the world, but if you don't have emotional muscle, we become weak emotionally. And someone says something to us or does something to us, and we're like, oh my God. We're freaking out, and then that quality of life goes down. I just decided I'm going to have a kick-ass quality of life. And a kick-ass quality of life isn't, how big's my house and blah, 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 how hot's my girlfriend. A quality of life is like, how much control of my emotional state do I have? That's, for me, the foundation of the quality of my life. How much control do I have right now of my emotional state? That's important. That's everything for me. That's the foundation. Because you can be healthy, but if you have control of your emotional state, then you take things for granted. Because you're not focusing on what needs to be focused on in the given moment. So this person, great question, Sarah, it is a great question, and I would just, maybe we'll do a deep dive. We can talk about hormones. Maybe this person, apparently, maybe that person just wasn't into us in the way we want them to be into us, and that's okay. We got friend skills, we got some sex skills, we got some communication skills. It's okay, Like, it's like a job. Sometimes you're like, wow, this place, I'd love to work here, and you hang out at the shop or whatever, and they're like, yeah, but there's no vacancies right now, or you're not really the type for the customers we have, but you're a good person, but you're not really a fit. Or maybe they think you're a fit, but they're scared that you'll take over the business, right? Or you'll leave and then take all the things you learn to a competition business. And so it's okay, man. All right, guys and girls, everything's going to be okay if we make it okay. All right, just a choice in the moment. And life is okay when we have the emotional stability. But I know it's not. I'm broke. Durianrider, I'm broke. I'm on the street. I'm listening to this podcast from Macca's Wi-Fi. I've got no money, life sucks. It's like, dude, there's someone out there in Hollywood, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Brentwood, in a $10 million house with a freaking Bugatti and Ferrari, models coked out, sleeping on the couch, and they're depressed as fuck, Depressed as fuck, okay? Because they don't have emotional state control. They need Xanax and drugs to have emotional state control. They put their emotional state control in pharmaceuticals and recreational drugs. that's a tough life, okay? And that's just a choice. That's just a choice. Once we give those things up or stop relying on them for emotional stability, then that's when we really start to live. Because if we don't control our emotions will control us. And then there's an entire industry out there that will funnel us into their microeconomies, mental health industries, fashion industries, excessive consumer industries that will funnel us into their microeconomies, all right, to extract as much cash and energy and time and focus from us when we could be giving that to what we're passionate about in life. So there we go. A little bit of a deep dive. Stay friends with this person, Some people say the best way to get over someone else is to get under someone else. Yes and no. Yes and no. The best way to get over someone is to accept their choices. Accept their choices. Not say, well, I'm ugly, or I'm too hot, and that makes them insecure. And there's plenty of reasons for that. It could be because we're not their aesthetic type, or maybe we are their aesthetic type, but they don't know how to handle someone like us who gets a lot of attention. Okay? I'm not the best looking dude out there, but I've got a lot of social media presence, and so that gets me a lot of attention. And there's not many women who I could be with in a relationship would be comfortable with that. Right? There's not many women in the world who could handle the level of competition anxiety that women get when they're in a relationship with me. And that's a huge one. Like, whenever we're getting a relationship with someone, I'm like, can they handle the amount of competition anxiety that they will feel? All right, and I don't know the answer to that always. I can make assumptions, but you don't know until they're there. Like, you might see someone in the gym who looks really strong. Can they bench press 200 kilos? They look like they could maybe, but you put them on there and they put on 150 and they're folding already. So it's we just have to stick to understand in life. Stay carved up, man. You got to have the sugar, all right? Stay away from the caffeine and the cacao. These things make us overthink, all right? The weed, the THC, we overthink. If you're an overthinker, stay away from caffeine, cacao, THC, weed, all right? If you don't think at all, if you're emotionally numb, you don't think about anything other than the paint on the wall, then some of these little drugs in small dosages can give you a bit of insight. But if you feel any anxiety where you're just overthinking, your thoughts are racing, don't do stimulants, okay? Stay away from stims. Use music instead if you want a bit of a boost. Music's so freaking powerful, man. Right? Music's the best drug, really, stimulant-wise. And eat low fat. Just do my diet protocols. You know the deal. If you listen this much to the podcast, you know what I ramble on about, nutrition, etc. End of the day, let's wrap it up. It's okay. People have their choices. We have our choices. Let's not be a double standard, hypocritical beta bitches. Okay? Someone doesn't want to go to the prom with us. They don't have a relationship with us. That's okay, because there's people out there we wouldn't want to go to the prom with, and we wouldn't want to be in a relationship with, right? Or we wouldn't want to bang, or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay? That's okay. Let's be polite. Let's be civil. Let's be mature. Let's be adult. Let's be carved up. And let's take care of our serotonin levels. Thanks for listening. Any questions? Durianrider.com. Join the coaching group. Let's do a deep dive.